GM. Today's lesson, I'm going to talk a little bit about making a way to break patterns, negative patterns of behavior. So there's simple things that you can do that can change a streak of bad momentum, whatever that is. If it's in the markets, it doesn't matter. If it's in life. So a change of environment will often produce a change in actions. So this can be going to a different gym, right? If you're hitting a wall at your training and you're not enjoying it and you're not progressing, switching it up, either by training differently, right? Switch to some different type of style of training or different exercises, or by going to a different gym or a different center, or training in a different way, maybe outside instead of at a gym or whatever it could be, can often give you a bit of novelty. And it breaks that loop of always being in the same place doing the same thing, same place doing the same thing, same place doing the same thing. If you are in a bad, let's call it just a bad period of momentum, of rut, you feel like you're in a bit of a rut and you're stuck and you're kind of Groundhog Day, you're doing the same thing over and over again, you feel like you're losing progress or not progressing. You can also just, this is really like, sounds very simple, but it can work. You can just change things around. You could rearrange your office and move your desk, turn it around, put it on the opposite wall. Change the configuration of where you're actually working, because a lot of times what we don't really think about is your habits, just like brushing your teeth and all the other things you do automatically, also extend to the type of actions you take while you're working. And if you're used to sitting down at the same desk, doing the same things over and over and over again, it can lead to a continuation of bad habits or lack of productivity or laziness or whatever. That's one thing, that's side thing. But there's a little hack or a trick or a tip that I think is something that everyone can do as a trader. And it takes conscious effort, obviously, at the beginning. But this will save you from making big mistakes if you ingrain this as a habit. And it's simple. Every time you close a trade, you go for a walk. You get away from your desk immediately. And it doesn't matter if it's for 30 seconds, if it's for 10 minutes, it doesn't matter. If it's the rest of the day, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if you win or lose. Every time you close a trade, so when you are sitting there and you see a trade hit your stop loss, you get up, you go for a walk. You just go to the kitchen, get out of the house, whatever. It doesn't have to be far. You're building a habit of stepping away from the computer when a trade closes, but also when it wins. Now, this takes effort consciously. So while you're trading, you're going to have to, the first 5 or 10 times, you're going to have to really think about it and remember to get up, walk away, go and do something, get a drink, whatever it is, before you come back. It might not seem like much, and at the beginning, and when your trading is going normal, and you're following the systems and all that, it might seem like, oh, what's the point? This doesn't make any sense. Believe me, it is one of the most important things you could do, because the times where your mentality collapses, your emotions take over, and you go into these clicking frenzies where you're trying to chase losses and you're doubling down and you're chop, and you're wrecking yourself and you're, next thing, all your money's gone, or you've lost a bunch of trades, or you've made a bunch of extra mistakes. It all comes from being in one pattern. You're almost on autopilot. I'm sure you've felt this feeling before if you've ever overtraded or broke your system or doubled down or got into a gambling mindset. And this is actually something that has been studied and shown, that in the casinos, they set everything up about the environment in such a way that you don't have to move. They bring drinks to you while you're sitting at the slot machine. They will do everything for you. They will keep you in the same place. They have the flashing lights, which are they stimulate your nervous system to where you feel like you are hypnotized. You're literally in a trance. And if you look at videos, watch a video of people sitting at a slot machine, and you will see they're sitting there like robots. They're not moving. They're on a chair, a comfortable chair. They've got their drinks there, and they're just spin. And they are literally hypnotized. So what you can do is break your pattern. Get outside of your mental space that you're in by physically moving your body. It's been shown that physically moving your body can alter your mind. It can alter how you're thinking. if you're stuck in one place, you can stay in that same negative pattern. If you get up, you move, everything changes. Even if you just walk to the other side of the room and look back at the computer, you will think differently. You will approach the situation differently. It's literally like you're zooming out because you're moving away from the situation and you can view it more objectively and more rationally. But do it while you're winning. Do it when you win a trade, get away. Do it when you take a normal loss, get away. And then, over time, when that crazy move happens or something takes over in the market that makes you want to stay there and keep clicking and clicking and clicking, you'll have a habit built of, no, I get up, I walk, get a drink, get out, 2-minute walk, 5-minute walk, whatever. And it's going to put you in a position to separate yourself from the situation, view yourself almost like you're a third-party observer, and get away from that repetitive casino-style hypnotism where you're stuck there, mesmerized by the candles and the charts and the green and red. Very important. So try it. Whether you're a day trader or a swing trader or a position, it doesn't matter, because a swing trader, even if you only take trades rarely, how does a swing trader lose loads of money? By turning into a day trader, right? Normally you take your trades and you leave them, but then you start clicking. Next thing you've took 10 trades in a day, and you would never do that. It's because you got stuck, hypnotized, stuck in the charts, stuck in the market, stuck in your seat, frozen, on autopilot. Seems like the only thing that's working is your clicking hand. So do that, and then extend that. That also works for any area of your life. Novelty, new environment, breaking patterns can help you to avoid negative loops.